Good morning, it's Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium here on a wonderful, beautiful morning, Good Friday morning for this year, 2020. As I'm looking out my window, the sun's just gone behind, well, does the sun go behind a cloud? The cloud's just gone in front of the sun. So I can't actually see that beautiful sunshine at the moment, but it's certainly, the sunrise was gorgeous this morning. So I'm going to get into the stream very shortly, into the reading, but do let your friends know that I'm live, and just as a little bit of a, housekeeping. I know I've cross-posted this one again successfully into the mytimetv.live and also Leanne Winston Psychic Medium page, so that if you're watching this in those pages, do click on the link that I've put in the comments that's got the last three numbers being the 912, and you'll come into my page where the source video is going live, and in that way I can see your comments and things in the background, so I can put them up just like I've done here for Shaz's comment. So hi Sharon, how are you? It is going to be a happy Easter. It's our mind, our perspective that will make it that, because even though most of us that might usually travel over our Easter period that aren't able to now, it really is that perspective and that mindset that we still have time with family or whatever situation we're in, to just shift it that bit to bring forward what is the positives in our lives, isn't it? So I'm going to shift this around. I just realised I haven't got the other light on. Let's see, that probably makes a bit of difference to the shadows. As you can tell, that it really is a very nice bright morning. At some point, like you see my face going really white there, I'm going to shift it around to do the reading. Remember, it is a generalised reading here as far as what I'm doing with these cards. And hi, Diane, how are you? Yes, thank you very much for those wonderful wishes. And for somehow I've got these cameras are working so beautifully now. And we've got the red cards here. I'll just put that's the deck that I'm using. So I'll whack that there so that you can see if it's something you haven't seen yet because you're new to my page here and watching this for the first time. For those in replay, it's a beautiful deck. I absolutely love it. So that's why it is my deck of choice at this point in time. I've been using it for over the year. Right, here we go. We've got 5 cards, and they're, I forgot to take the scroller off. That's actually my website where you can book in for personalised readings. So I usually don't have that going while I'm doing the reading. So here we go. Oh, no camping for you, Shaz? Yeah, better bed at home, isn't it? I prefer my own bed at home too. It is very clear shots, so I'm really happy about that. And I didn't change any settings, and it wasn't even to do with just wiping the screen clear either. So don't know what changed in it. Something did. So yeah, and they are beautiful, beautiful cards. Absolutely, I quite agree with you there, Diane. It's why I do use them. And good morning to you, Jackie. I might, while I'm actually doing the reading, I might not be able to put all the comments up on the screen either. So let's start. I do like to keep it short, around the 10 to 15 minutes. Here we are. This is the work energy in the first position. Then we go over to this, which the sun is in the second position, and that's the home energies. What we've got up here, slightly out of the screen, is the third position that is to do with the unexpected. Then we move down to I keep forgetting to turn off the iPad. We move down into, the one where the dog is. That is your role. So that's what that card is actually describing or indicating. And what we have in the centre, of course, is the outcome, being that central focus for what is the spread that I've used. Mountains. Well, the mountain, it is around, and it's in the work position. So it's just creating some little challenges. There might be some things that are actually blocking or coming up as blocks in the path today. But I'm thinking too, it could just be too the tip of what the mountain is, that for the day to day, most people of Christian belief with Good Friday is the recognition of Christ's death on the cross. And it is a time probably for that sort of reflection of what that means to those who are Christians, for those who have that in their belief system. It's certainly something I was brought up with, so it is something that I still do recognise and believe. My spirituality has expanded beyond what I would call religion. So what I'm feeling as I'm looking at this card, even in the work arena, it is that today's going to be more the day of, I wouldn't say rest, but contemplation in just life in general and where we're at the moment, because there are so many things that have changed lately. Hi Adair, how are you? And I've got the comment, hey Ros, it's hard to find how to get to your page. Is there any chance you can put the link on all of your pages? Well, that's why I put the comment here in this one. So yeah, as far as it's meant to actually have the link in the description above what is, in the way that it shows up for me on my computer, that the link directly to this page is actually in the description. That's what it's meant to show up as. Once you're on the Ros Boundy page, it's not there because that's where the source is. So on that live stream part of it. So just to remember, if you're in the Leanne Winston Psychic Medium page watching this, or the mytimetv.live page, you will need to click that link that's there. Otherwise, just search at Ros Boundy and you should see there's my face. So I've been trying to get the My Time TV doesn't have it. Yeah, well, I'll have to look into that. Do the search while it's at. I'll just do it now. I don't know if I can tag it here, but I'll just send. That's what you do as you search, is the at Ros Boundy. Whether it goes to the other pages, it just distracts if I'm trying to do that. I don't know whether Adair can do that for me, since I've noticed she's here. I think just the fact that you've commented there, Adair. And I'll have to work out how to do that for each of the pages next time, because I will continue to do that cross-posting. Now I've figured out how to do it properly. So maybe that is one of those challenges that I'm looking at there, in just because I am using this Facebook for my work stuff as well. So thanks, Adair. I saw your comment. So they're little challenges. There's so many different ways of alerting people to where we are in the Facebook, but gee, I still find it confusing myself. And I've, been joining with Adair on her channels and things that she's initiated, learning how to use Facebook, and it still confuses the hell out of me. So look, we'll get there. We will get there. So from the mountains and these little challenges in the work arena, we've got the sunshine in the home though. So for today, the time, and it's even got that sort of sundial type thing there. Mary, I dare say that is probably quite right, that there is a lot watching on the mytimetv.live. Please do the search to at Ros Boundy and come into my live stream that way. And I'll be able to see your comments. Otherwise, the only other thing I can do is go back later on and check out what your comments were. This isn't a session where it's the individual live card reading things that I do on Tuesday with Leanne. It is just this general reading at 8 o'clock every morning. So I'm so pleased that you're watching from whichever page that you're watching. It brings the smile to my face like the happy sunshine, actually. So with this, we've actually got the old-fashioned type of a sundial effect here as well with what the sun is showing us. So it actually gives us beautiful energies around that, the sun being that strong light, that beautiful yang style of energy that's going to be present in our day-to-day. And I am hoping it's going to shine a lot more out there as far as, going for a walk later to get some exercise and that type of thing. So do keep that in mind for your day, that you need to be out and about and getting your dose of vitamin D too, because with this isolation, with the restrictions that we've got, we're certainly spending a lot more time inside. And as you said, there, Mary, a lot watching my TV, watching it on the My Time TV. There's a lot more people watching anything on computing on the internet at the moment. So, that's so lovely. Thank you. Just so you know, I love that. Thank you. It's a funny thing that not all of the comment actually shows up. It hasn't made the space, but we see it in the conversation anyway. And Adair's mentioning have put a link. Thank you. Thank you very much for that, Adair. Great. And hi, Lauren. How are you? Now, I'll just move the camera up so that we can see what the unexpected card is, because this is an interesting one. It was here the other day, right in this unexpected position. So the snake really does like to continue to pop its head in. And it used to be that my first instinct with the snake was the con, because of what the Adam and Eve story is. And even in the guidebook, it says something about that. But like, I don't use the guidebook. I just go with what the energy feels like around this reading for today and in this now type of factor. I'm feeling that it's more about just taking, taking the opportunity to harvest what is the fruit that you've got. And for me, like, it's almost like, don't feel the guilt because you're choosing a different pathway, that you're standing your ground as far as what choices you've got, and you're not actually being hoodwinked or convinced or deceived or whatever by what the snake is traditionally thought of, especially in that Adam and Eve story. It's more because I see this also as being, we've got a number 7 card, and then it's moving into, here we've got the shape of the 8. The 8 can be the infinity. Once that 8 is joined and you unwrap it, it's the circle. So it's got a lot of meaning in that, in whatever way that you're seeing. I can almost see a hand in the back there. That's what my eye caught just then. So it's almost saying for me a no. Don't be conned. So it's just that unexpected, be wary. There could be someone trying to convince you of what you don't really want to be doing through the day to day. For me, it's meaning just be wary. It's an awareness card. And so moving from that and down into the dog, seeing the dog in that position of your role, it's being faithful, it's being loyal, being patient. So that's what I see as being your responsibility for the day-to-day. It's a lot of the time you find dogs, and I even have mine here sitting beside me on the floor, naturally, because she's not in my lap. She's a little bit big for that. Not my lap's shrinking. And the dog's waiting patiently. So they listen all the time. They're aware. They're ready to move. As soon as I move, she'll be moving. It's that type of thing. So I'm feeling our role is actually to be in that mode of listening, of being aware, of being ready in whatever our day presents to us. You may have something planned or just take the day casually. But in whatever way that you're doing that, be conscious of that preparedness to react, to move, to act, to go for that walk. Got the lead in its mouth, beautiful sunny day. And here we have the outcome. The ring it is about commitment, but it's not just commitment. It's not just romantic and things like that. It can be just commitment to self and putting that time into your day to day that's going to be Well, it might go through a cycle of what you've done previously in years gone past with what is Good Friday, or it might be something entirely new, because we are in a new situation in these days at the moment. That will pass too. Next year will be entirely different. It's moving through what is the energy cycle. And that's what I'm feeling with the day today. We'll have that almost feels like a noontime. I'm feeling that fullness of the midday sun, the alignment and all that is. So even though we've got some small challenges happening at work mode, because not all of us work on the long weekend of that is Easter, so we can have that time to give ourselves for recreation. Could be that you are actually going to go out and climb a mountain and spend that time in the sunshine, and time for yourself or time with family and friends. So that's what I'm seeing for the day today. So hopefully that means something for you. With anything that I do as these readings, I certainly encourage you to take your own messages as the important ones first. I interpret for me, yeah, but it's with that knowing that others are watching, that you are here being in your heart space, because that's where you need to be. Just connect with that central you, that soul you, that spirit you, whatever name you want to call it. Feel that center. If you do meditation, it's that space where you go to, just feel that and receive the messages that you get as you're looking at the card. So go back and replay it and see which one your eye is caught to. Send me a message if you want the guidebook interpretation of it, because I do actually have that in a document. And you can have the guidebook meaning of it to give you a little more guidance if you feel that's what you need. And I just paste that into your message as a reply, and you can use that as a bit of an extension on what might mean more for you, if you get what I mean. So look, and I'll just pop up the crawler just so you've got my website there again too. If you do feel that you need to have something more in depth as a reading, that is there to book into. It is a Shopify website, so it's got the shopping cart to make it really easy to pay for it. I think I get an email once that's done, and we can discuss, just how you want to have your reading, whether it is email. There is options there to be more specific, whether it is an email reading or a video one or etc. Just go and have a look and see what you think. And book in if you need that in-depth private reading. And I do have a course coming up, but I might find the stuff. I wasn't prepared for that this morning. I don't want to do businessy stuff today, so that's the only one that I'll do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for popping over from the My Time TV Live page and the Leanne Winston Psychic Medium page, if that's where you've come from, and for watching the replay, sharing it out. It's wonderful to have you here. I'll be here again at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and planning to be every morning for the full weekend and continue onwards as I usually do, because I love doing this. So be the best person that you can be, and have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful Easter. Namaste.